Passion Travel is a channel specializing in all things travel street food and subscribe. Fish cakes. Fried balls of seasoned fish and flour, often served with a spicy sauce. Fish cakes are a popular and versatile dish enjoyed in various cultures around the world. They are typically made by combining cooked fish, often flaked or minced, with a mixture of ingredients such as potatoes, herbs, spices, and other seasonings. The mixture is then shaped into patties or cakes and fried until golden and crispy. Here's a basic recipe for making fish cakes. Ingredients: 1 pound, 450 grams, of cooked fish, commonly cod, salmon, haddock, or mackerel. 2 cups of mashed potatoes, previously boiled or steamed. 1/4 cup of finely chopped onions. 2 cloves of garlic, minced. 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley, chopped. 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs, for coating. Vegetable oil, for frying. Instructions. Prepare the fish. Ensure the fish is cooked and bone-free. You can poach, bake, or steam the fish until it's fully cooked. Flake the fish into small pieces using a fork. Prepare the potatoes. Boil or steam the potatoes until they are soft. Drain and mash them. Mix the ingredients. In a large bowl, combine the cooked and flaked fish, mashed potatoes, chopped onions, minced garlic, parsley, lemon juice, salt, pepper, and paprika. Mix everything together until well combined. Shape the fish cakes. Take a portion of the mixture and shape it into a patty or cake, about the size of your palm. Repeat until all the mixture is used. Coat with breadcrumbs. Roll each fish cake in breadcrumbs to coat them evenly. This step adds a crispy texture when fried. Fry the fish cakes. In a large skillet or frying pan, heat vegetable oil over medium-high heat. Carefully place the fish cakes in the hot oil and cook until they are golden brown and crispy on both sides, which usually takes about 3 to 4 minutes per side. Serve. Once the fish cakes are cooked through and golden, remove them from the oil and place them on paper towels to drain any excess oil. Serve the fish cakes hot with your choice of dipping sauce, such as tartar sauce, aioli, or a squeeze of lemon juice. Fish cakes can be served as a main dish with side vegetables or salad, in sandwiches, or as an appetizer. They are a tasty and versatile dish that allows for creativity in choosing the type of fish and seasonings used. Black pudding. A type of blood sausage made from pig's blood and a mixture of seasonings. Black pudding, also known as blood pudding or blood sausage, is a type of sausage made by cooking animal blood, typically from pigs or cows, along with a filler, which can include grains, such as oatmeal or barley, as well as various spices and flavorings. The mixture is then encased in a sausage casing and cooked until firm. The resulting sausage has a distinctive dark color, often referred to as black. Black pudding is a traditional food in many cultures and is enjoyed in various forms around the world. Here's a basic recipe for making black pudding. Ingredients: 1 liter of fresh pig's blood. You may substitute with cow's blood or a blood substitute. 250 grams of barley or oatmeal. 250 grams of onions, finely chopped. 250 grams of pork fat, diced. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of ground allspice. 1/4 teaspoon of dried sage, optional. 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme, optional. Sausage casings, hog casings or synthetic casings. Vegetable oil, for cooking. Instructions. Prepare the blood. Ensure the fresh blood is at room temperature. It should not be hot or cold, as this can cause it to coagulate too quickly. Cook the filling. In a large pan, heat the diced pork fat over medium heat until it begins to render its fat. Add the chopped onions and cook until they become soft and translucent. Stir in the oatmeal or barley and continue to cook for a few minutes, allowing the grains to absorb some of the fat. Combine ingredients. In a large mixing bowl, combine the cooked filling with the fresh blood and mix thoroughly. Season the mixture with salt, black pepper, allspice, and any optional herbs or spices. Prepare the casings. Rinse the sausage casings in cold water and soak them in warm water to make them more pliable. If using hog casings, thread them onto a sausage stuffer or funnel. Fill the casings. Carefully fill the casings with the blood and grain mixture, tying the casings at regular intervals to create individual sausages. Cook the black pudding. In a large pot, bring water to a gentle simmer, below boiling. Submerge the black pudding sausages in the simmering water and cook them for about an hour. Remove the sausages and allow them to cool. Ginger beer. A homemade ginger-flavored carbonated beverage. Ginger beer is a popular and refreshing non-alcoholic beverage known for its spicy and zesty ginger flavor. It's commonly consumed as a soft drink, and it's particularly popular in the Caribbean, but it's enjoyed in various forms around the world. Here's a basic recipe for making homemade ginger beer. Ingredients: 2 cups of fresh ginger, grated. 2 cups of granulated sugar. 1 lemon, juiced and zested. 1 teaspoon of active dry yeast. 8 cups of water. Instructions. Prepare the ginger. Wash and peel the fresh ginger. Grate it finely using a grater or a food processor. Create a ginger base. In a large pot, combine the grated ginger, sugar, and the lemon juice and zest. Add 4 cups of water to the pot and bring the mixture to a boil. Simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes, allowing the flavors to infuse. Cool the ginger mixture. Remove the pot from heat and let the ginger mixture cool to room temperature. Activate the yeast. In a small bowl, dissolve the active dry yeast in 1/2 cup of warm water, about 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. Allow it to sit for about 10 minutes until it becomes frothy. Combine ingredients. In a large container or pitcher, combine the ginger mixture, yeast mixture, and the remaining 3.5 cups of water. Stir everything well. Fermentation. Cover the container or pitcher with a clean cloth or plastic wrap, allowing some air to flow. Leave it at room temperature for about 24 to 48 hours to allow the ginger beer to ferment. Strain. After fermentation, strain the ginger beer through a fine mesh strainer to remove the ginger solids. Bottle the ginger beer. Transfer the ginger beer into clean, airtight bottles, leaving some space at the top for expansion during fermentation. Secondary fermentation. Seal the bottles and leave them at room temperature for an additional 24 to 48 hours. This secondary fermentation will carbonate the ginger beer. Chill and serve. After the secondary fermentation, refrigerate the ginger beer. Serve it chilled with ice and garnish with a slice of lemon or a sprig of mint. Please note that ginger beer can continue to ferment and produce gas, so be cautious when opening the bottles after the secondary fermentation. You may want to burp the bottles by slightly opening them to release any excess gas before refrigerating them. Homemade ginger beer is a delightful and refreshing beverage, and you can adjust the sugar and ginger levels to suit your taste. Enjoy it as a standalone drink or use it as a mixer in cocktails or mocktails. Chocolatey. A rich and chocolatey hot beverage made from cocoa beans, spices, and milk. Chocolatey, also known as hot chocolate, in some regions, is a warm and comforting beverage made from cocoa powder, milk or water, and sweeteners like sugar or condensed milk. It's a popular drink enjoyed in many countries and can be customized to suit individual preferences. Here's a basic recipe for making chocolatey. Ingredients: 2 cups of milk, or water for a dairy-free version. 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. 2 to 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, adjust to taste. A pinch of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, optional. Whipped cream, marshmallows, or chocolate shavings for garnish, optional. Instructions. Combine ingredients. In a saucepan, whisk together the cocoa powder, sugar, and a pinch of salt. Add milk or water. Gradually add the milk, or water, to the saucepan while whisking continuously. This will create a smooth cocoa paste. Heat the mixture. Place the saucepan over medium heat and continue to whisk as the mixture heats up. Bring it to a gentle simmer. Be careful not to let it boil over. Stir in vanilla, if desired. If you want to add a hint of vanilla flavor, stir in the vanilla extract at this stage. Serve. Pour the chocolatey into mugs or cups and garnish with whipped cream, marshmallows, or chocolate shavings if desired. Enjoy. Serve the chocolatey while it's still hot and enjoy the warm and rich chocolate flavor. Chocolatey can be customized to your taste by adjusting the level of sweetness and the choice of milk or water. Some people prefer a darker, more intense cocoa flavor, while others like it sweeter and creamier. You can also experiment with different garnishes and flavorings, such as cinnamon or a dash of cayenne pepper for a spicy twist. Chocolatey is a perfect choice for a cozy, comforting drink on a chilly day or as a sweet treat for any chocolate lover. Pumpkin soup. A savory soup made from pumpkin, coconut milk, and various spices. Pumpkin soup is a comforting and nutritious dish that can be prepared in various ways, with flavor variations that range from sweet to savory. It's especially popular during the fall and winter months. Here's a basic recipe for making a creamy and savory pumpkin soup. Ingredients: 1 small pumpkin, about 2 to 3 pounds, peeled, seeded, and cubed. 1 onion, chopped. 2 cloves of garlic, minced. 2 carrots, peeled and chopped. 2 celery stalks, chopped. 4 cups of vegetable or chicken broth. 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Salt and black pepper, to taste. 2 tablespoons of olive oil or butter. 1 cup of heavy cream, optional. Fresh parsley or chives, for garnish, optional. Instructions. Prepare the pumpkin. Peel and seed the pumpkin, then cut it into small cubes. Sauté the aromatics. In a large soup pot or Dutch oven, heat the olive oil or butter over medium heat. Add the chopped onion, minced garlic, carrots, and celery. Sauté for about 5 to 7 minutes, or until the vegetables are softened and the onion is translucent. Add the pumpkin and spices. Add the cubed pumpkin, ground cumin, and ground nutmeg to the pot. Stir and cook for a few minutes to coat the pumpkin with the spices. Pour in the broth. Pour in the vegetable or chicken broth, ensuring that it covers the vegetables. You can adjust the amount of broth based on your desired soup thickness. Simmer. Bring the mixture to a boil, then reduce the heat to a simmer. Cover the pot and cook for about 20 to 25 minutes, or until the pumpkin and vegetables are tender. Blend the soup. Use an immersion blender or transfer the soup in batches to a regular blender. Blend until the soup is smooth and creamy. Season and add cream. Return the blended soup to the pot and season with salt and black pepper to taste. If you desire a creamier soup, stir in the heavy cream at this stage. If you prefer a dairy-free version, you can omit the cream. Warm the soup. Heat the soup over low heat until it's warmed through. Be careful not to bring it to a boil once the cream is added. Serve. Ladle the pumpkin soup into bowls. Garnish with fresh parsley or chives if you like. Serve hot. Pumpkin soup can be customized to your liking by adjusting the spices, cream, and garnishes. It's a delightful and warming dish that's perfect for a cozy dinner or as an appetizer during the fall and winter seasons.